So let's look at this oil chart on an hourly basis to begin with. So obviously oil's rallied, hit 25, well 25.60 to be precise, and then it dipped. As you can see here, oil dipped yesterday quite substantially. Actually, it was about 8% dip, and all of a sudden we saw articles like oil dipping on storage fears again. And it makes you wonder, where the hell was the storage fear when it was rallying from 10 to 25? But hey, that's markets for you. The markets are really fickle at the moment. It's just all over the place. So what does it look like right now? Now, if I was to zoom in a bit, you can see that the price leveled off here, and there is actually, on an hourly basis, there's actually MACD divergence, and that actually worked. The price plummeted, and there seems to be some sort of weak resistance here, and the price is not breaking back up above it. I would imagine or expect price to actually continue down. It should be heading back down to around 20, because we will see around 20 there is some support. You see that previously it was a resistance of some kind, but now it's a support. Hold on, let me get my pens. Horizontal line. You see that? Yeah, around 20, 2040, 2039. There's some support, and there's also another support around here, which is at 18. So even if price was to break below 20, it could go as low as 18. So that's my position now. I'm thinking oil to fall further as it's reached the peak. But let's look at the one-day chart, and you'll see there's some interesting stuff happening here actually. I'm not sure if this is the right chart to use. Yeah, this chart is good enough. No, let's go to the other chart that I had. I quite like this one. So I'm saying that oil should be dipping as it's reached its peak for now, down to around 20, possibly 18. Now, what would that look like if it actually happened? Let me just zoom in, and you'll see something interesting start to unveil. I'm going to get my pen, and I'm going to draw on this. So it would look like the price, bad color. The price should be descending like so. Now, what could happen after that? After that, we could expect the price to continue rallying, or it might dip even lower. Suppose it dipped even lower, because the June expiry is coming up. I suppose this time around it's not going to go into negative pricing territory, but suppose it goes to 15 or something, it might dip even lower, and then eventually it should continue up. Now, what does that look like? Look at this. We've got a possible inverted head and shoulders pattern. Now, if that inverted head and shoulders pattern works, that distance here, which is roughly 10 to 25, $15, should mean that the oil price would rally from 25 by $15, which will take oil to 40 level, and that's this level here. So we'll have to sort of take it a day at a time, see how it unravels. The price should be descending. The question is, we've got June expiry coming up around 21st, which is just 2 weeks away. Oil should be hovering around this region for the next couple of weeks, I suppose. All being well, we should see a head and shoulders pattern potentially, and then ready for the long move up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stay on the short side for now until oil reaches around 20, if it does, and around 20 I'll probably go for a straddle heading upwards to 40. So that's my position there. Alternatively, the other potential eventuality to think about is, if I could just delete this. The other potential eventuality to think about is oil just continuing to slide with really bad news on the June expiry where there's a huge oversupply and there's nowhere to store, in which case it should stop around this trend line, and now you can see some sort of triangular formation, and it should stop around this trend line here. So that means potentially oil price could be going to something crazy like $5 again, and then we should see a rebound heading back up to those levels. So we could see this triangular pattern, or we could see a inverted head and shoulders pattern. So all in good time. We will see what actually happens. Either way, we've got a really good opportunity where price should dip to very affordable rates where we can just buy and hold long until oil heads back into 30 to 40 range.